Hello everyone, I'm back here at the NRB. I know some of you thinking, did she leave? Not yet. But it's so amazing to hear these ladies' stories and to share it with you. I'm here with Patti with an I, Oliver. And Patti, I just looked at your thing and you talk about love stories. So let's talk about love, honey.
My pleasure. I'm skiing on the mountain. I'm 20 years old and I'm looking down and I'm watching all these people go down and I went, that one.
Really?
Yes, and then skiing a day, going up on the chairlift, looking around and go, that one, I picked him out on the side of a mountain. I did.
And both times it was the same man?
It was, yes. And then
just to clarify, ladies.
On the side of the mountain, standing there, and I said, hi. My name's Patti. Yes, I introduced myself to us. I told him he skied so differently.
Yeah.
Well, there was a whole story behind that, but I won't get ahead of myself. But anyway, so we dated, and I found out he was a Navy SEAL.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
but I had no idea,
right?
But I knew that was the response that I was supposed to have in 1988. Who knew what Navy SEAL was? But anyway, so we had a whirlwind romance, and we traveled the world. We got married.
I hope everybody's having the expression that I'm having right now. So how long was the romance for?
Well, we were engaged in 6 weeks and married a year later, and then moved to England.
Lovely.
England.
Oh yes, by
the beach, Bournemouth.
We would say by the seaside.
Seaside, yes.
Oh, Bournemouth. We love Bournemouth. Bournemouth's one of our favorite places.
Isn't it wonderful?
Oh my
I loved it. What an adventure! Had my first child over there.
Oh,
yes.
What a bonding moment we're having. Forget everybody else. So this love story.
Yes.
Obviously, you get engaged, but he's back.
Well, I go with him to England, so we got married and went in England, and then when we came back, and so God just we had some children, as time goes on.
So he's an American?
Yes, American. He worked with the Royal Marines.
Oh!
So she gets that.
Now I get that.
They're tough guys.
Yes! I wanted to join the army at 16, just let me know. My mom prayed no, and it didn't happen, but moving quickly along.
Yes. And so anyway, with the... we moved back to Virginia Beach, and then I had some children. But what has happened is one of my children had a developmental disability, so she was not developing. And come to find out, has brought me to the Lord. Yeah. I had a woman who told me that I can't help you until I help. I can't help your child until I help you.
Good.
And you need Jesus.
Yes.
And I okay, well, I know Jesus. She says, no, you need to surrender to Jesus.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay. And she
what
explained, what does that mean? Yes. So I give up my will, and God, I take your will.
Yes.
And so through that, was a whole shift. I went in, I quit my job. I'm going to take care of my children.
Oh, wow.
And the story was just amazing how God brought the right doctors to find out she had a visual perception problem. And what she saw in the back of her eyes registered on the back of her eyes, but it got lost in her brain. So she would have to learn things over and over again. It was like she saw it for the first time.
Yes.
So God brought us to the right.
No long-term memory, all short-term memory.
Right. It was hard for her to learn.
Yes.
C-A-T is cat. C-A-T is cat. No concept.
Yeah.
But anyway, God brought us to the right doctors, and so as I became a prayer warrior and prayed and believed God. And God put mentors in my life and taught me how to pray. So she got the right doctors, and then there were physical exercises that actually she could do to move the gray matter out of her brain, so she could get the retrieval process going.
Was this recent, or how many years ago?
It was 30 years ago.
But even so, because the medical technology, as we know, has improved so much when it comes to the brain and the heart.
Yes.
But 30 years ago, you had to pray in a specialist.
That's right. This was a specialist.
Yeah,
it was absolutely.
Let's talk about the fact about that. This is not something that's common now.
Correct.
Back then, the brain and the development, even in a child, was unknown.
Correct.
More like research more than anything else. Let's be honest, right?
That's right.
So the power of prayer.
Yes.
And the power of surrender.
Amazing. Yes.
We started with a love story and ended with a miracle.
Well, because Jesus is my true love.
Tell them
you
that.
see, Jesus is my true love. So I started out with a love story, and then I found out that's man's love, but Jesus is my true love. So I accepted him and surrendered to him and allowed him to love me through the death of my husband.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, I know, he died. And so I was widowed for 12 years,
Yeah.
and he taught me how to hold his hand.
Yes.
And taught me all the way through it, and so that's my true love. See, and then until he brought me another love 12 years later.
This
so
is a
I
love
have
lady.
3 love stories.
This is a love lady. So you are going to want to get the book. What is it called? Resilience?
Resilience Anthology 2.
Thank you.
My True Love.
So it's Resilience 1 and 2. You're going to get all the link in and all the information in the chat. But I'm just so grateful. So please click like, click share, click subscribe, because ladies, you will want to share these testimonies. Love you dearly.
Yes, love you too.
What a treasure. We'll be right back. Come on back and watch us. Bye for now.